The economy is completely tanking. We've lost over 1 million jobs under Donald Trump, and Donald Trump is delusional. He surrounds himself with yes men, and he thinks the economy is in perfect shape. And because he thinks the economy is perfect and that affordability is a Democratic hoax and that inflation is taken care of, this is what Sleepy Don is doing. There he is in every cabinet meeting now, slumped over, sleeping. What has he got to worry about when the economy's in perfect shape? He's out there pardoning a bunch of criminals because he thinks there's nothing wrong. There's nothing that he needs to be doing because the economy is in perfect shape. And we're going to debunk all of this nonsense. But first, if you could please give this video a like, subscribe, and leave comments in the comment section because I really do love engaging with you. And let's get into it. CNBC going over the absolutely abysmal job numbers. We're shedding jobs left and right, and ADP having to do a lot of the heavy lifting because Donald Trump fired the head of Bureau of Labor Statistics to hide the fact that the job numbers are so bad. He's not letting the data come out. So let's watch this video because I really think it debunks this whole idea that Donald Trump is going around saying that the economy is in perfect shape and that affordability is a Democratic hoax. Take a look at this video.
Hey, Joe, yeah, a big miss on the ADP payrolls. The private payroll company saying private payroll shed 32,000 workers in November. That's the fourth negative number in the past 6 months for this series. Take a look here. The estimate was for 40,000, so the street was off on this one. And how did you get there? Well, goods producing shed 19,000 workers, service producing shedding 13,000 workers. But the big story here, and I'll show you more detail on this, is what's happening with small business, down 120,000. Take a look at this chart here. Virtually all of the job losses have come from small business, which has been negative in 6 of 7 months since April. Without those losses, ADP numbers would actually be positive. But you can't get rid of, or you can't exclude small business.
So there you go. CNBC mentioning small businesses taking an absolute massive beating under the Trump economy. And that's mainly due to Trump's tariffs and the extra cost associated with tariffs. And even if they pass that cost onto the consumer, which normally happens, those consumers don't want to pay the extra cost and will stop buying those products. And that hurts small businesses. Take a look at this. U.S. manufacturing contracts for 9 straight months. Tariffs, which have increased costs for sourcing materials, continue to weigh on U.S. producers. So the tariffs that he said would usher in an era of manufacturing, a manufacturing boom, never happened. The complete opposite is happening. And what is Don doing, right? He's out there partying a bunch of criminals. He doesn't care. He's delusional. He's surrounded by yes men. Everyone's telling him the economy is great, and it's not, right? But look at what he's doing. Here we go, another video of Donnie Boy, Sleepy Don, falling asleep. Take a look at this video.
Uhuru Kenyatta, who I can see here in the room, these two great Africans who are at the beginning, who started the Rwanda and the Nairobi processes. And beyond them, I wish to thank also all of the African leaders who contributed.
I just did a video about Donald Trump falling asleep in cabinet meetings, and now he's doing it again. We've got new footage. This guy's just falling asleep everywhere. He's got nothing to worry about. Apparently, everything's fine, but Fox News is not buying it. Even Fox News is saying, hey, wait a minute, inflation is not doing good, right? Your tariffs are inflationary. You're saying that the economy is great and that inflation is great, but wages aren't keeping up with inflation. Inflation is too high. Take a look at Fox News grilling Kevin Hassett, and we'll react from there.
Pardon me for interrupting. Where we, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the numbers that we looked at show that inflation is still higher than wage growth. Is that true?
No. Wage growth is higher than inflation now. I'll send you an email, or come on next time and show you the chart.
Inflation is at 2.9%.
Real wage growth is $1,200 over the year.
Okay. We'll be happy to take a look at that.
I'll show it to you.
Let's take a look at a couple.
Kevin Hassett's going to send Fox News an email, and that'll clear everything up. Wages haven't kept up with inflation since 1970. Any real gains in purchasing power and wages have completely been wiped off the map by Trump's tariffs. Tariffs, by definition, are inflationary. But while this is going on, what is the Trump administration doing, right? He thinks the economy is in perfect shape, so he's got nothing to worry about. But so behind the scenes, he's just finding things to do. And one of the things he decided to do was cut the Consumer Product Safety Commission, which for 50 years has been making sure that our products are safe. You know, when a recall happens, like when they find metal in our food or salmonella, in our food and those foods get recalled. Yeah, that's what this commission does. And they're in the middle right now of decommissioning it, of destroying it. You know why? Because Donald Trump works for the billionaire class. Now let's take a look at Carolyn Levitt talking about this. The reporter's asking her, hey, why are you cutting the Consumer Product Safety Commission? Don't you care? You're a mother. Don't you care about us making sure that baby food and everything is good and doesn't have toxic chemicals in it? Let's see what she has to say.
Yesterday, the administration appears to have started dismantling the Consumer Product Safety Commission. This is the federal agency, an independent one that does recalls and is responsible for product safety. Does the administration not believe that it's important, to keep toys and cribs? I mean, you're a young mom off of the product of the market.
It's a federal agency within which branch? It's the executive branch. Who's the head of the executive branch? The President of the United States.
Created by Congress.
He has the right to fire people within the executive branch. It's a pretty simple answer. Francesca.
Thanks.
So Carolyn Levitt's like, well, he's the president. He can do whatever he wants. So he can just destroy. That wasn't the question, Carolyn. The question was, why is the president destroying the commission? Why is he destroying the commission? We need it to protect consumers. Right? And she's like, well, he's the president. He can do whatever he wants. Completely cold and callous and absolutely disgusting. And as I mentioned, Donald Trump thinks there's nothing wrong with the economy. Everything is perfect. So he has to find things to do because he's bored. So he's like, what should I do? I'm just going to destroy, the Product Safety Commission. And I'm just going to pardon a bunch of criminals. What else do I have to do? Right? So now Donald Trump wants to pardon David Gentile, who defrauded people out of $1.6 billion, including grandmas and veterans. So these are the kind of people Donald Trump wants to pardon and more. He pardoned Juan Orlando Hernández, completely destroying his whole fake war on drugs. This guy literally smuggled in 400 tons of cocaine and weapons into the country. And you know how he got Donald Trump to pardon him? He wrote him a letter calling him Your Excellency, right? Your Excellency, you're the best president I've ever seen. You're amazing. You're a king. And Donald Trump's was like, because he's a man-child, right? So this is how you get into Donald Trump's good graces. You write him something like this. And all the world leaders know it. This has been going on. This has been reported widely that world leaders know that in order to get into Donald Trump's good graces, you got to treat him like this. He's a child, right? And so this is the kind of stuff. And this is how this guy got a pardon, a notorious drug trafficker, right? So he not only did that, but he's pardoned 1,500 January 6th rioters that ransacked the Capitol. This guy doesn't care about anything. He just cares about pardoning criminals, destroying our safety product commission, falling asleep in cabinet meetings. He thinks everything is perfectly fine, right? This whole thing is a nightmare. This president is a complete joke. He's falling asleep in cabinet meetings. He thinks the economy is in perfect shape, and that's why he's doing these things. He's got nothing better to do, right? But to destroy government agencies and pardon criminals, right? Because he thinks there's nothing else to do. The economy is in perfect shape. Americans are doing great under Donald Trump, better than in the history of any other president. He's literally said shit like that, right? I'm sure you guys have heard it. But anyway, absolutely insane administration. This is completely pathetic in every single way. If you believe in fighting for the working class, if you believe in economic justice, if you believe in anti-political corruption and anti-corporate greed, please consider subscribing because that's what this channel is about, and I really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.